Signs you're becoming psychologically mature. You started to feel indifferent towards the things that hurt, sabotage, wrong you in the past. Meaning now you encompass radical acceptance and responsibility more than ever. Had we not been in the wrong situations, we would not know what is the right way to habituate, think, feel, practice, and cultivate. You simply stop. You stop anticipating things to turn out badly. You stop assuming that your negative emotions are always true. You stop to arbitrarily conclude if someone is reacting negatively to you and assume it reflects things they really are. You stop seeing things in black and white categories. If your performance falls short of perfect, you stop the cognitive distortions of seeing yourself as a total failure. When it comes to negative events, you stop seeing it as a never-ending pattern, nor do you dwell on it exclusively. With all the above cases, they are what is called cognitive distortion in psychology. Realize that they are actually what is holding you back from a life that you inherently desire. You start to intentionally, consciously develop a new mental filter. You start qualifying the positive instead of rejecting a positive experience that exists. You start to celebrate every single win for no reason or all the reasons you can possibly think of. And therefore, you maintain your new comfort zone, accepting the good. Well, you do occasionally encounter the voice of demons or think of the worst case scenarios, but you are self-aware enough to be like, oh, it does not have to be that way. Because trigger fears or irrational anxieties are the voices that are against your system, and it's a necessity to remind yourself that all the insecurities and fears are largely invalid. Because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to take care of all these energies for your wellness. You started to see confusion as a healthy sign that your bodily system is evolving and changing as it should be. The fact that you feel confused as it should be. Confusion is a healthy feeling because it's meant to be in a regular phase of your humanity, in your biological hormonal cycle. It's a sign that you are actually doing better than you think. Your health is regulating, syncing one with Mother Earth. You are evolving and changing as you are supposed to be. However, you don't extrapolate this state of being. You slowly understand that it's okay, it's just a feeling in your body, and feelings are just temporary. Having the foundational self-awareness that you have not lost. You're just in the unfamiliar new presence of moments, meeting your new and better self. Did you know that we tend to have more negative self-evaluation, especially when we are younger? For example, social media upward comparisons are a real mental health issue. This is when people compare themselves with whoever seems to do better. As a result, people critically evaluate themselves from anyone they can visually, physically encounter in life. Random strangers, celebrities, friends, even family members. Essentially, it's the self-worth problem. The truth is that your self-worth and success are that you're finally on your authentic, unique life path. A life path that is truly meant for you. Because no one else on this planet knows better than you do about yourself, what is in your mind and how you actually feel about things. The things truly ignite you and what truly makes you a happy person. Self-worth comes from within and not from anything external. We are humans after all. No human is more special to the other. Every human is inevitably human. Everybody else like you is going through human experiences, going through their lows and highs. We are all finding our ways. Again, had we not been in the wrong situations, we would not know what is the right way to habituate, think, feel, practice, and cultivate the life that we desire. Overthinking is a matter of self-trust. An overthinker is someone who obsessed about unlikely and scary outcomes more than it's reasonable. Because you focus on some issues so deeply and for so much time, you are assumed that you are also thinking through the issue thoroughly and arriving at the most likely conclusion. What's really happening psychologically is that you are experiencing a logical lapse. You are jumping to the worst case scenario because you aren't thinking clearly. And then you are engaging your trigger response because the worst case scenario makes you feel threatened. What overthinking really shows is that the lack of rational thinking skills. Okay, it's not that anymore. It's trusting your ability to handle whatever comes your way. It isn't the fear of unknown, it's knowing that no matter how uncomfortable and difficult the situation or feeling might be, you will be able to overcome. It's trusting that you will be able to make bold decisions in the face of uncertainty, and to realize that you actually are capable of perceiving what makes you happy. What is the right thing for you to do in the foreseeable presence? Sometimes this feeling of insecurity or fear in some extent is healthy. It's a form of self-protection. Self-protection in that sense, in that phase of life, is very much needed. It's much needed to protect you from harmful and unhelpful situations. As you develop your new comfort of being in line with and tuning into your gut instinct, you don't always need to have a justifiable reason to do something or not do something, to distance yourself from certain situations or not. Just the fact that you want to distance yourself from a certain environment won't mean that you are a bad person. You have developed an inner peace informing you that everything will turn out well, yes, no matter what. Even when it can be a very lonely, vulnerable times in your life. It's often those same times when the most profound and human work of all is being completed. And a lot of the time, it means to be still and do nothing. It is because both the quiet and the noise, the pause and the execution give you the wisdom, insight and clarity to move forward bolder, stronger than ever before. You allow space for wonder, presence, and appreciation. Life still moves on and become more stabilized in your life. Surely you will experience the lows and the highs, but without getting stuck in one or the other. Because experience is always multidimensional. Whether it's memories, feelings, experiences, they are indicative of your present state of mind. People often get caught up in complaining about situations and things that are just a reflection of their inner world. Then it comes with a distorted, filtered way of perceiving the world. Remember, some mystical and false thinking are cognitive distortions. Life is not supposed to be hard. Life is simple. At its very core, we are still who we are. We are still pretty much the same, constantly adapting and facing new challenges. The fact that you always want to improve and reinvent yourself in every single chance. The fact that you work hard on the things that matter to you, it's still part of you. The fact that at the core of your humanity, you deeply desire to give and receive love, is pretty much still part of you. You will find that genuine happiness and pure joy is the simplicity in life. It's not arriving at a certain point or accomplishing goals, but it's expanding your capacity for love in the process and finding where your feet are at. It's living every single day to the fullest of your top values and making the best of how your present life shows you to. Because life still moves on, but things seem to stabilize more in your life.